Hey everybody, it's Nick from Hi-Fi for All. I just wanted to give everyone a quick update. It's been a while since I made a video and it's just been really crazy busy the last few months. After the pre-orders were shipped, that was the last video you guys saw, I basically immediately packed up everything that I own, my house, workshop, everything, moved into a new house and a new workshop. And so there was a period of a couple of weeks of just literally trying to unpack, get everything set up, and do a lot of, just a lot of work that was not headphone related. But now, finally, I feel like things are up and running. I've got my new workshop mostly set up. There's still a lot of organizing that it needs to happen, but at least it's functional and I can make headphones at a decent pace. And hopefully, in the next couple of weeks, with some more organization and a few extra tools, I'll be able to really ramp things up. And so I'm super excited about that. Units are being shipped now, which is great. Last week, shipped a bunch of headphones. This week, gonna ship some more. I'm in the process of making another batch, but also there was a couple of orders from some really cool people in the headphone industry a while back that I finally am getting to as well. I waited for some special parts to come in before I really wanted to make this headphone. The first one is going to Zach at ZMF. And so he'll get a customized Dahlia that has a few little tweaks and some special add-ons that I think make it a little special, a little extra. And then the second one that I'm doing right now is going to Phil. And Phil runs a crazy YouTube channel where he makes insane headphones under the name Pud. So you've probably seen Pud's headphones if you're on Reddit, or maybe you've seen his YouTube channel, but he's got some crazy cool headphones that I absolutely love. And the thing that I think most people don't understand is, yeah, some of them are kind of goofy and wacky, but like there's some real technology in there. And I secretly think that Pud's low key doing some insane acoustic research and development and learning a lot about how headphones and sound in general works, especially around the acoustics. And so it's pretty legit what he's doing, and I'm really excited to see what he comes up with in the future. But anyway, I met him online, and I'm making a headphone for him too. Let's look at some of the special things that I got going on for Phil. Okay, here we are at the new bench. Just to, you can see how it looks a little different than before. Way more organized. I've got, some tools and stuff. So I mean, I had everything else before, but now it's just like really, just really set up a lot better. And then you can kind of see my shop a little bit better here with like, there's a little like laser cutter over there in the corner. It's kind of cool. Some shelves with some other parts. I've got, my little workstation measurement stuff, some testing gear. And then, let's see, I got a little packing table, like shipping center basically set up. Got some shelves and some packing material scales, things like that. And then, oh yeah, and then here's some drivers that have just come off the new paint booth I have set up. I'll show you guys a video of the new paint booth and everything, but it's looking really nice. So you can see the finish is just looking really smooth on this batch. I'm using a really nice little airbrush to do this, and yeah, same primer as before, the self-etching primer, which is super high quality, but just delivered in a more professional way, and I think it's gonna come out really, really nice. We'll be laser engraving these tomorrow, getting these put into some headphones. Oh, and then over here, so this is a project that I worked on while I was moving because I couldn't build headphones, but what I could do was at night I'd finish packing, and then I would be talking to these people in Michigan about making a cool custom t-shirt. So this is something I'm pretty excited about. I spent a lot of time working on this project. So let's take a look and see what we got here. I'm just gonna lay it out, like get this like laid out. I just covered all the drivers, that's bad. So yeah, this is the new t-shirt that I managed to produce in my downtime during the downtime for the shop, and I'm really proud of it. It's super nice. So this is actually my personal shirt, so it's a little like dusty and dirty and broken in a little bit because I've been wearing it to test it out, but it's pretty sweet. Like I commissioned an artist to do this graphic, and it's got like a cool little explainer about the headphone, and then look, this skull guy's wearing the Dahlia. It's pretty sick. Look at that. there's the headphone right there. And then the logo, I got this like, the printed tag is another nice little feature. So I think that gives it a more premium vibe. It's heirloom, 100% heirloom cotton, so it's really nice and soft. And I worked with a screen printer. I wanted to do it in San Francisco, but unfortunately, like the quotes that came in were just insane, and there was only one shop that could do this specific style of screen printing. So you ever see a t-shirt that's like, the t-shirt's like nice, but it feels a little rough right here on the print, and it's just kind of like cheap feeling. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to avoid that. And so I did some research, and I figured out that in order to get that nice soft feel across the graphic and the print, you need to use water-based ink and a discharge ink process with the black t-shirts in order for the ink to fully absorb into the cotton. And and so that water-based discharge ink is actually more expensive, but the result is awesome. It's a super high quality print. Like it feels soft and just really premium and nice. And so paid extra for that, but I think it's totally worth it, especially if you're gonna wear this thing a lot. Like, and then the printed tag, obviously that's nice too. So yeah, really nice shirt. It's just super high quality. It's cut really well. It's got a modern fit. And I also have it in white too. So I have black and I have white. So you'll have the positive and negative. So like, I'll have this on my website hopefully soon for sale. I'm super excited for this t-shirt, and I hope you guys like it too. But yeah, that's another project that I had going. But going back to the bench, yeah, so I did some research, and I found this insane silver wire that's solid core. So this is not a stranded wire. This is a solid core silver wire. And I'm using it for the socket to driver connection on this more premium headphone that I'm building for Phil. And I tested this out on my personal set, and with the right cable, you can hear a difference. Like it does open up the sound. It's really, I think you get a little more detail, and just like across the board, you get like a couple percentage points improvement on everything. Like just everything improves by a little bit. And so it's really expensive. This stuff is probably 10 to 15 times more expensive than the OCC wire that I'm using for the standard, the regular Dahlias. Like this is the standard copper wire that I'm using. It's OCC, it's stranded, but it's really high quality. It's awesome. And this solid silver wire, the solid core, is like insanely expensive. It's like $12 or something for just like a couple feet of it. It's really ridiculous, but it's, I think for like leveling up the socket a little bit, it's worth it. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing these like silver solid core wires for like limited edition, like special edition headphones. So for like Zach's and Phil's that I'm building now, I'm gonna include that. And it's just gonna be a little better, but again, you have to have the right headphone cable paired with it in order to really hear the difference. Like if you're just using a crap cable, like you're not really gonna hear much, but if you use a really nice headphone cable, then I feel like the conductivity across the board is like a little better, and I think it does make it sound a little better. All right, so yeah, that's what's going on today. I just wanted to, just reach out to everybody to say hi and see how everybody's doing. Hit me up in the comments if you have any, any questions or anything. If you have an order for the Dahlia, you will likely get it within the time frame that was the lead time that was posted on the site when you bought it. And hopefully those lead times will come down soon, actually. But I wanted to pad them a little bit to make sure I don't mismanage anybody's expectations. And so that's really important. But yeah, if you ordered a Dahlia, if you have a Dahlia out there, you'll probably get it in like a week or two. So just hold tight. They're gonna go out soon. There's another thing too with the strap. Hold on, let me grab it. With the head strap, there have been some updates to the strap, and I want to just quickly touch on that as well. So my strap maker, Laurent at Understated Straps in Montreal, he actually notified me recently that his supplier for his buffalo leather is no longer going to be able to produce that really thick leather that we're currently using for the head strap. So I was kind of bummed. I'm like, oh man, that's a bummer, but okay, I understand. So the plan is to actually switch to a bit thinner strap. It's only about 1 millimeter thinner, so it's it still feels amazing. It still feels super premium, but it's not as thick. And so he sent me a couple samples about a month ago, and I put it on my headphone to try it out to make sure it still feels good. And what I noticed is actually, which is kind of crazy, but it feels like it feels more comfortable than the thicker strap out the gate, like a brand new one of these. I'm calling them V2s. So this is a V2 strap, and a brand new V2 strap feels like a very well broken in V1 strap, the thicker one. And so if you have the Dahlia and you have the V1 strap, the original, the thick strap, it takes a long time to break these in. I would say, honestly, probably 3 months before it feels like really comfortable, and you're not going to get any like hot spots or anything. It conforms to your head. It takes a long, because it's so thick, and buffalo leather, it's so tough that it takes literally like 3 months to break in. But afterwards, it's great. Like I love my broken in V1 strap, but these V2 straps actually feel really comfortable right out the gate. There's no break-in needed for these straps. And so they conform to your head a little better because they're thinner. And as soon as I put it on my head, I immediately felt like, wow, I was expecting like a really stiff strap, like a new stiff strap. But what it felt like was just really soft and comfortable, really, really comfortable. So yeah, the V2 straps are like a little thinner, but they are more comfortable out the gate. They still feel great. I love them, honestly, and I'll be rocking a V2 on the demo sets that I'm bringing to Hi-Fi Con and CanJam. So if you're at those events, you'll be able to feel what the V2 feels like. It's great. We repositioned the logo a little bit so that it would completely not be in the shadow of the metal headband. So that's like a little update that I wanted to do. That's aesthetic, but super minor, but it's like, I pay attention to those things. Like if you wear the headband, the metal headband, like the logo's, there's like a shadow that's cast from the metal headband, and the logo is in that shadow. But I was like, oh no, I don't want to be in the shadows. So we played with like the position and moved it. And now it's so good. It's perfect. It's like the logo is like just outside that shadow. So it's just nice and prominent, and you'll be able to see it. It's also a little deeper on this version of the strap too. Like the logo is pressed in a little deeper. So that's kind of sweet. That was something that Laurent just did on his own, and I liked the update there. Here's the same strap, but this one is V2, but it's got a white painted edge. And I'm gonna use this white painted edge one for Phil's headphone that I'm making now. So it'll have like a cool little like embellishment, like a little white edging, which I think is kind of fun and distinct. And also the top of the strap has a more prominent grain on the leather. So that's another thing that I asked Laurent to do. Is he suggested actually that, like, he's got this like this grain that's more prominent. It's like a thicker grain, and it's actually the neck grain. So it's a grain from the neck of the buffalo, and about 5% of all the leather that he gets is neck grain. And so I said, dude, I need this. I need this grain. This is freaking amazing. Like, it just looks badass. It's more like rock and roll, you know? And so he's gonna just like hook me up with like all the neck grain for these straps. So I'm gonna have like 5% of my straps will be like sweet looking neck grain. And so that's something that's really cool too. On the underside, it's like a smooth grain. You can see the difference. And then on the top side, bam! Look at that. Pretty sick. It's like grunge rock right there. So yeah, that's a strap update. If you have a V1 strap on your Dahlia and like you've worn it literally for like 4 or 5 months and you're like, damn, I still can't break this thing in. It's just like you get like hot spots or something on the top of your head, which is unusual, but it can happen. And you've tried to break the strap in, but it's just not breaking in. I'm going to be offering this V2 strap on my website to existing Dahlia owners for a discount. So normally they're $60, but I'm gonna hook you up with a $20 discount if you're an existing owner. If you want to buy the V2 strap, you can get it for like $40. That's just a one-time thing. And that if the strap still feels stiff, this definitely won't feel stiff. It feels soft when it's brand new, so it's just really compliant. And like I'll actually show you. So these are the V2 straps, right? These are the thin ones. Here is my personal strap. That's a V1, broken in, and like very, very comfortable. It feels like the V2, but it's just like, look, you can see how it's kind of like rounded and like holds its edge, and it's a little cupped on the underside. It's like slightly cupped. That's what will happen if you use the V1 strap long enough, like I do, like every single day for 3 months straight. Like you'll get that like just like contoured, rounded strap, and then you know this feels amazing. It's super comfy. Love my V1 strap. It's a little thicker. You can actually kind of see how it's like a little thicker right here if you compare the two. But yeah, so that's the V1. That's what a V1 broken looks like, and it's, I would say, on par with the comfort of the V2 brand new. But yeah, that's the strap update. I want to give that, and then every Dahlia that going forward that's ordered, you know, starting today, we'll have the V2 strap included. So yeah, that's the update for the strap. All right, so thanks so much for watching this quick update video. I'll be posting more content and videos in the future. I just wanted to, focus 100% on getting the workshop at least functional, up and running. It's not perfect. It's got a long ways to go, but at least I can use it to make headphones now reliably and consistently. And then yeah, and then after things are super well organized and dialed in, my plan is to ramp up some cool video content and yeah, just like make some fun videos and come up with some fun project ideas. If you have a project idea and you want to hit me up in the comments or send me a message online, definitely do that because I'm open to working on some cool projects too. Um, you know, I feel like once the Dahlia production is like smooth and going strong, I'll have more bandwidth and time to like do some side things that could be fun and interesting. So that's it for today. Thanks so much. I hope you have a great week. I know it's only Monday, so long week ahead, but I'm wishing everyone just a wonderful week ahead. And thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to everybody soon.